Champ select. Please ignore this is a UI bug, so this is not the draft as it stands right now. I don't have a fix for this. I can't make it go away. So everything will update as they get locked in. Sivir going to be the first ban there on the blue side as TBD has now moved over there. That will be the first ban. So again, guys, I know it's a little confusing. Just ignore it. I wish there was a way to get through this without this happening, but there's not. So we wait for the ban. And Kindred going to hit the ban board again, the target against OveRate.
Alas, technology is a funny thing, but again, the Kindred ban, pretty standard. I don't think we're going to see the Kindred left unbanned on all this series. I would not be shocked if Viego is then unbanned. Interesting enough, the Sivir ban coming out from TBD, obviously something that they're not super comfortable with. And the Aurelia actually banned away. Interesting.
So that may be TBD. But
I was saying, interesting that TBD really wants to take that away because unless Yami wasn't too comfortable in that lane, I don't think that really was necessarily something you had to really be afraid of.
Yeah, and I think, though, that this is going to be a target to AllAero. I think they want to try and hit this mid laner as much as they can to prevent him from feeling like they can pick something comfortably in the first round and maybe force him into that second round of bans, maybe to make them wait a little bit longer where they could target him a little bit more. Yumi is going to hit the ban board, though, for the side of TBD, as they don't want that going over to the red side. Will there be a Kane ban here? Not so good on the blue side, but no, it's going to be Zeri hitting the board there. Now TBD, they want to lock in here. They've got options. Obviously, the Kane feels less inviting without the Yumi, but the Diana is another pick that kind of has flown under the radar, and they're going to lock that bad girl in. Okay, this draft has a lot of exciting opportunities now.
There is a tier list that OveRate likes to go down where it is Kindred, Viego, Diana. In that order. If one is left up, he's going to pick the one that is left up. But obviously Diana, a very powerful pick, very good jungler right now, very good at team fighting, especially around level 6 with Moonfall. And we do get the other Moon character in Aphelios. This is one of my favorite characters.
Ooh, we got a Shyvana in the top lane. Let's go. This is a pick that we have been seeing a lot of professional play, and if you set this character up, she is absolutely busted. Get those dragons, start to stack all of that passive AP and the armor that she gets as she becomes nigh unkillable on the Rift. Once she has access to that ultimate, this draft is so spicy. I already love it.
Yeah, great actually picking the Shyvana, able something. Again, it could also flex to jungle. We have seen this pick during the Zac being, however, this is another pick for Griffin, just wanting to pick it now. Interesting enough that we don't actually see Lucian Nami. I will actually, and oh my, this would be AllAeros.
Shyvana ulti counts as a knockup. Just for the people that are watching this, her ult counts as a knockup. It would absolutely proc Yasuo's ultimate. This is a spicy combo if they try to go for this. Yasuo, a champion that doesn't need a lot of resources to get to head. A couple have been, but they made this. Oh, that's going to be the Sylas. Okay, I like this pick. There's a lot to steal already on the side of TBD, and that Sylas is going to give them access to a lot of CC, a lot of ultimates that they can start to pull away. If you're looking at Diana ulti, Zac ulti, so much to work with for the side of TBD.
Yeah, if you're the side of Harmony, you just ban mid laners. You ask AllAero, what don't you want to play against in the mid lane? But we will see the Seju ban. Interesting that they're banning Seju? But Zac is already picked, and they know that's going to be the top laner, and the jungler's also picked.
This may not be the exact order, though, just kind of the way of the bans. But if that Sejuani did go through the second round, it's interesting that they would want that. We don't see Sejuani as a support or a mid laner, so I have to assume that the bans aren't quite the exact way. I hope that they are, but if that did go in the second round ban, we'll have to ask him after the game how that went. So someone in the chat is saying draft order was slightly scuffed. Okay, so it's gonna be the Olaf there. Okay, so those bans were likely in a different order. That kind of makes a little bit of sense. But
yeah.
Still, so far, I'm liking the way that these champions have been locked in and the way that this is going. What's gonna be the final ban here for the side of TBD? And they are going to knock away that Jax. Technically, Shyvana is a flex pick though because it can't go into the jungle.
Shyvana can't go in the jungle, and that is something I'm thinking about. And I would actually really like this Renata here if they do pick it, but just go to cycling through supports right now, seeing what
I don't like this Nautilus hover though, because if they pick this, that opens up the Renata pick on the other side, which is a great counter to Nautilus. And Nami's still available, yeah, and this Renata pick would make so much sense to lock in here.
Right. You do also have to be worried right now that this is another great ult for Sylas to take, and yeah, I think Tidal Wave is a lot better. Well, the Tidal Wave is, not as great as an ult as the hostile takeover, but probably will just pick it for the laning phase. Again, fine with Lucian, not obviously as powerful And ooh, we could actually get the Zoe. Now, Zoe, interestingly enough, obviously the thinking is that, oh wait. Okay,
we're just getting, but they're playing with us. We're just getting baited. I will believe in nothing until it gets locked in.
Oh my, they're doing this for me. Okay, yeah, they were doing the Jin hover for me, and the Fiddlesticks hover for another person who I know is in chat. But actually the Sett locked in here.
Oh, this is Shyvana jungle. Interesting.
Yeah, so the Shyvana jungle is picked because it is something that can move around with Diana. Obviously doesn't really have the AoE, but Diana obviously does like those level 6 fights around the dragon, and Shyvana loves those. So something that we will have to look out for. Interesting that we see Yami ult for the Yone. I'm not sure. Again, I really haven't played this matchup a lot, but I can expect that Yami would be comfortable enough in this to play against the Sylas. And so when we look at these comps, the dive really worries me for Team Harmony against Team TBD, because you have Zac, Diana, and Yone all flying at Aphelios, who has no peel.
And we are on to the rift for game number 2 between Team Be Determined and Team Harmony. They have switched sides. The TBD's on the blue side, and Team Harmony trying to find their Zen Light focus and restore a little bit of spirit power there on that red side. Get a little bit of that energy going. And right now, they got going that 5-man point going. And so Zodiac, last game, we saw the little 5-man cluster. They went top lane. Little trade of vision. You were sad that nobody died within the first 30 seconds. Understandable. Early game invades, early game priority. Both of these teams, they have stuff that they want to do, but for your money, who is going to be the first to try and start roaming around the rift here, given these compositions?
It's a little for the last game, because obviously last game we did have the Kane, who had the really creative pathing and could, you know, slip and slide through walls and stuff like that. Obviously Diana and Shyvana both were like level 6 before they really do anything. But I'm really expecting what's most likely going to happen is Griffin should be able to get early shove against the Sett. Obviously, the same thing sort of applies. Sett should win early levels just because, you know, the Q is a very potent trading tool into this Zac. But when Zac starts getting levels into the W, he's going to be able to start healing up a lot more. So he should be able to get the shove onto there. So looking for actually these Herald plays and looking to try and unlock the Yone around the map, because one thing that is underrated about Yone is his capability to dive side lanes. Obviously with the Spirit Unbound, with the Fate Seal, able to close so much distance between like where his soul is and where he is going. So going to be interesting to see how they do that, or if they can.
And that top one already. The other thing that I think is going to be interesting too is that last game we saw Loona largely winning a lot of those trades, but Griffin kind of just playing the long con, managing to win out over some of the extended kind of 1v1s. But this time with the Sett kind of being a more focused, level 2 going to be taking over there for the side of Joosu. Loona, LJ already starting to drop. He's already coming to the flash, being exhausting. Not going to go down. He's not going to drop though, and they're going to be forced to lose the summoners. LJ going to be vulnerable in that bot lane for the next several minutes. Ping's coming down on top of the Yone. Now, this may be a little bit too greedy for the side of the TBD mid laner, but he will be able to walk out. How many of those camps did he steal away? I wonder, we didn't get to see there. But to the point I was trying to make, though, was Loona was winning a lot of those top lane trades in the early game. He may win this one. Conqueror, Crocked, Facebreaker would do it. But this Sett is more geared towards winning those early trades, and he was winning on on the Shin the last game, so you know, for my money, I'm thinking that if he continues to win those trades like that, he should be able to start to get some early kills and start to run away with that top lane.
As OveRate.
Snoop. He's gonna get caught here. OveRate, one more. Dashes forward. Doesn't even need to commit the flash. He's a smooth operator and operates only by the light of the moon. And that's enough to get the first blood. OveRate gonna be feeling happy, and he's right back to where he left off.
Yeah. Again, it's the prio that TBD had. They were able to move their bot lane first to Aphelios, and we just cannot move in that scenario, so just a little bit greedy, and I think that's also one of the things that happened in that early bot lane trade. You know, when it was happening was just not respecting the fact that Lucian Renata should hit 2 before you. No pun intended. Yeah, thank you. But you know, just so having to burn both songs, and again, just being able to punish, being able to move into the jungle, and the Shyvana, mighty sad at this point. Only 19 camps, no camps to clear.
They're gonna land a face breaker. He's gonna clutch passive. He should have what it takes to knock down this Zac. One more blob will do it. Not gonna be able to get the respawn though, so this should just be the Zac falling. No, manages to get the respawn at the end. Joosu gonna get locked down with the Ignite is enough. Can they manage to trade it back? It's not gonna be enough. No, the W from Renata not enough to get it back. Jailbreak. The AllAero trying to go in here. OveRate is here though. AllAero, you have to blow the flash. Loona gonna blow his own flash, and yeah, that's gonna be the Zac finally going down. He's getting the trade to the end, but so far kill count going over to Team Harmony. I'm happy with this trade thus far, but it is still summoners down in the bot lane.
Yeah, great trade. I'm trying to watch the replay on Puppykat and Joosu just standing too far forward, trying to get that last wave shove so they can back, and great hook by Exeis to punish them for trying to overextend and trying to get that wave properly set up for them to back and just being able to catch it. So great proactive play and really nice job by Loona, you know, solo kill Griffin up on the top lane.
Yeah, and AllAero is forced to retreat underneath this mid lane turret. Pharaoh trying to blow the flash to get on top of him, wasn't able to do so though. But will be summoner down. He will have teleport to get back to the lane if he wants to use it, but he instead just decides to walk down his face breaker. Yeah, he's gonna tick up to level 6, get rewarded for it. That's gonna be the second time the Griffin has dropped down, and we talked about that early game prowess from Loona starting to show itself. Showed a little bit of it on the Shem, but now that's Sett. Start to walk away with the lane a little bit.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about in the pre-game lobby for this game. Again, getting a strong top lane that can do damage and really punish this Zac and take it to him before he has the levels. Obviously, Shen can do that, but not to the level that Sett can. And so now you have a strong top side. If we can get AllAero ahead and OveRate.
We're getting locked up here. Versus getting trade for 1 minute just to get 1 for 1 at the end. Pharaoh a little bit late there. He's getting rotated on. Doesn't have access to ultimate. Will have now though. It's going to be using the ultimate to get out. Fade and Seal. Sorry, not Fade and Seal. I forget what that ultimate is. I always think it's the Twisted Fate ultimate. Fate Sealed.
Fate Sealed.
Fate Sealed, yes. The subtle difference there between that one and the Twisted Fate ultimate. But either way, is going to use it to get out, though. Great rotation there from the side of Exeis. You get up in that mid lane cover. They'd lock down the jungler, but I tell you what, even though OveRate died there, though, that's how obnoxious that OveRate is being. Just constantly invading on top of the Shyvana, preventing Snoop from getting any kind of meaningful farm going. Is down really only a couple creeps, but it's the pressure and the experience that he's losing that's the more important part. Is OveRate are going to have 5. So the sooner that Diana gets to 6, the sooner that OveRate can start to really affect these side lanes. The really question is where he wants to go first, though, because top lane is in need of some help. Bot lane would like to shove out. Nautilus roaming again. And they're sitting on a ward, so they know OveRate is playing for mid. Dragon up. This is tempo advantage right now for the side of Team Harmony. Question is whether or not they want to actually start this Drake.
Yeah, again, you're waiting on the level 6 from Shyvana. Obviously, Diana is going to have a pretty big experience later, but Diana is in the top lane here. About to actually hit 6 while Shyvana is about halfway. So a half-level lead here for OveRate as the red buff will be property of TBD here in this moment. But again, the big thing is right now is in the previous game, OveRate was getting a lot of these kills and all this stuff for free, no answer. But right now, you'll see he did that solo kill on the Raptors. There was an answer. Right, the Loona able to answer in the top lane. No, the bot lane able to answer with a 2v2 kill. So answers across this map, able to give them a slight boost around 1,000, but should be able to be evened out within the near future.
TBD, they want to try and start to make the most of their chances to extend that gold lead. They have access to Dragon. They're going to start that up. Yeah, that just makes sense. With the pressure they had in the bot lane, getting that wave shoved out. And something else, too, a side effect of the capability that OveRate has shown on the Diana already, having 2 kills, is now Exeis, before he really wants to, doesn't even have access to boots. He's being forced to rotate through the mid lane to cover his mid laner just to keep AllAero from getting dove. Stretching Strike going to pull Loona in. Not necessarily a fight you want to take against the Messiah there. You might get punchy'd up a little bit, but you're just going to be happy to farm underneath the turret. But the pressure right now that OveRate is putting across the map already is going to start to make itself feel just a little bit worse. Especially as they're trying to start Herald up. TBD, do they want to contest that?
If you're TBD, you don't really need to contest it. You're content with just taking your first dragon. Obviously, getting the Sett unlocked would be very beneficial for him, so that you could probably rotate up this Aphelios, so he can, you know, because he is down around 20 CS, but obviously in the Lucian lane, Aphelios does sort of get bullied. If Lucian dashes in on him, there's really no way he can respond to that without at least taking 3 autos with the damage. So we'll be fine all around the map. Obviously, he is only down around basically even. He's down like 40 shot goals, so only like a couple camps here. But a big source of the gold lead is in this top lane. A 1.3k gold lead, and the whole breaker is coming out for Loona. I love this, actually. It makes so much sense. You are at the point where you are going to 1-3-1. Spread them out. Don't let them group and become this meatball of dive and death, right? Spread them out, because the Zac cannot hold you in side lanes. You have way too much % health damage. You have way too much true damage with your W, and Zac doesn't have the necessary burst to completely wipe you out. So I love this idea coming out from Loona.
The other thing I want to see right now too, when we're talking about making the most of the pressure, obviously you have Sett in that side lane, will have access to teleport, sorry. By the time the next dragon comes up, it will be that Cloud Drake that's going to be the next one on the board. The question for me is whether or not DaCane is going to be willing to wait until that dragon spawns to use the Herald, because it will come right up about the time where plates are going to expire in the next 2.5 minutes, so they will have a very short window to not only use that Herald to play for pressure, but also get turret plates. But you're likely going to have to try and play that either in the top lane or maybe in the bot lane if you can manage to get a shove, because they are losing 2 out of these 3 lanes. You're not going to twist it. Yes, Loona is pushing very heavily in his top lane. Yes, he is keeping Griffin occupied, but they are losing everywhere else across the map, and it's going to take some doing to try and reset that. Potential dive right here. They're set up for it. If clear this minion wave away, it'd be a lot easier. Ultimate's available for both Exeis and JS. We need full commit there. Hook will go down. Teleport down for the side of AllAero. What else can they get? No more dropping his yet. OveRate's going to slay an LJ. It's going to be the full commit there. 1 ultimate double kill for the side of OveRate, and it's going to be the triple. Herald's going to go down to the top lane, but that is a consolation prize. Yes, they will be able to pick up some of these plates, but they don't have any minions right there, and they're going to try and clear this away. Going to be the showstopper to try and pull away. Ultimate on top of that one. He's going to go into the passive. There's no one there to teleport on top of them, so they will collect the Zac, but they do lose 3 kills for it. They're going to lose plates in the bot lane. Might be first turret going down. No, it should just be the top lane turret going down there for the side of Team
Yeah. Top lane's going to go down first. I believe 2 plates went down when the Yone was still there, so the as resistances are still up. But actually, a pretty good job by ljsdj to live for as long as he did. Would have liked to see the red form Moonlit Vigil come out to give him that added health, but obviously the added damage of the multiple chakrams you get did probably allow him to get that kill. So not too terrible on his part, and at least to get a kill there. But that is going to put OveRate massively ahead in this game. Already with the loons, not the loons, I'm sorry, the Nashers too. I don't know where I got loons from. And the body.
I feel like I got it from a certain angle.
Hey, you know, if you squint your eyes,
really hard.
Yeah, but obviously working towards that Sunfire Aegis, really gonna make Diana super obnoxious to kill. Just the damage of a mid laner with the tankiness of a top laner.
There's a point I want to make, and this one may make some people that are watching this mad, but I actually don't think it was a great idea for Team Harmony to knock down that top lane turret, because the problem is that while Sett is a fantastic split pusher, he needs to have coverage to do so. And a long lane, he's not going to be safe, and he opens himself up to the roams from the Diana. So now what they've created is a situation where Zac now has a lane that he can farm as, oh, hold on, Exeis going to get it up here, trying to make his way back underneath this turret, but that turret is not very healthy. This could be the full recommand here. Pharaoh is roaming down. There is nobody near to help them with this, but no, they just gonna back off. Not gonna get greedy and saying, hey, we don't need to make this happen right now. Dragon at 15 seconds. We know that Luna's top lane. We know he's gonna have to continue to try and deal with the Zac. Does have teleport to answer, so he can make something happen. Griffin gonna have to monitor this, though. He's gonna want to have to save ulti for the time that Luna's gonna want to teleport, because they don't want that Sett joining the team fight. Right, going to start this up. Sett's trying to walk away. They're just going to concede this one. No, they're not going to commit the teleport for it, and that makes sense. I agree with that. No sense to try and go down there when you know that's likely down. Just continue to try and take farm, deny some of these jungle. Hostile Taker going to come out here. It's going to hit on top of one. Doesn't manage to get the stun up. It's going to be the full commit from Yone. Pharaoh's going to get his first kill there of the game. Now, trying to survive down or trying to get something on that top. And Exeis has no flash, so OveRate, this will just be the run down here. Bomby centers the burn, the turn, and it hurts to be a Nautilus with no help. It's going to be AllAero taking away the Yone ulti. Pharaoh flash away. He managed to find some safety, trying to do something. Griffin is in the wing. Just trying to do anything, trying to avoid going back to that spear club. He doesn't have any way to get out. They will drop him in the end. Griffin now going to try and find his way out. It's underneath the turret. A crazy series of play, but at the end it ends up being fairly even across the map. They might be able to get this tier 2 if they want.
Yeah, overall, very good play from TBD there. Able to put this bot lane even more ahead. I can't imagine what LJ is thinking in that snare as he sees the hostile takeover slowly move towards him. He's like, I'm out of this. Yeah, he's like, no, he's probably like, I'm out of this. There's no way this hits me.
Did you see that when that happened, though? Did you see that he actually didn't get the auto stun? Could you imagine how much worse that would have been if Exeis had actually walked close enough to LJ to finish that auto stun? That would have been so much worse. They actually managed to buy a little bit of time, but I mean, you see LJ going, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't, and then just manages to see the Nautilus just peel off at the last possible second.
Yeah, just very unlucky. Still actually a 1,000 gold lead for themselves, but again, that's basically all in the top lane right now. It's actually in the jungle with around a 400 gold lead, a 700 gold lead for Joosu over LJ. And so again, while they do have a gold lead, I think if you're TBD, you're much happier with where the goal is, as LJ could be under threat.
OveRate, Mr. Moneybags, they're going to be trying to whack him with his sacks of gold. They're going to pop this Herald in the mid lane. Now, I don't know if people can respond to this. Moonlight Blitz are going to come out. And the splatter damage, not really that intimidating, to be honest with you. They're not going to be able to get this mid lane turret 3 here. Herald will go down. I respect the play. They end up covering off the mid lane, so they have some safety there. The Sett's going to work his way down into that bottom lane. So credit, though, to Team Harmony. That strategy is at least starting to pay some dividends because Sett is getting free roam across this map. 4 on members occupied here for the side of TBD. How long do you want to wait on this? Sett is just going to continue to knock down that turret. No one going to answer him. Yeah, and Team Harmony, they're just happy to sit and trade for this. They're happy to let Sett continue to get this solo gold.
Yeah, Sett gets the solo gold, but here's also what's important. AllAero is getting solo XP in this mid lane, while Pharaoh Yami is sitting there mid lane, not really collecting any farm. So again, this is exactly what Team Harmony wanted to do. They want to spread them out, make them outthink you and out-macro you with the 1-3-1, rather than just out-damaging you with a meatball comp. But again, the big thing is, can Diana, can Zach, and can they punish these people on these side lanes?
And you want to talk about making your presence felt. Up until just a second ago, Loona had a 2-level advantage over Griffin that will be restored as he continues to farm up. And I think if you look at across the board too, it is some slight level advantages here for the majority of this Team Harmony squad. So, you know, you talk about sharing that XP, and that absolutely matters. You know, people always debate whether or not a couple of minions actually end up mattering. No one's going to go in yet. AllAero has the Lucian ult. Debated, arguably not the best ultimate for him to steal, but hey, it's better than a kick in the pants.
Understandable.
Understandable. Have a nice day, sir. Takes Lucian ult, walks away, refuses to elaborate. But I think if you're talking about the meaningfulness of those waves going to waste, it does matter. If you're sharing that minion farm across 3-4 members, you know, you start to drop really the meaningfulness of your gold advantage, which, you know, TBD have not had. They are, you know, still about 1,000 gold down, so they are still going to continue to try and bleed that out. And now Team Harmony, because they have some of these advantages, they can start to try and forward themselves into this jungle. Is OveRate going to try and get out of here now? Loona would love to catch OveRate and knock him down if they could. That would absolutely secure them the dragon. It's going to settle to get vision. They're clumping around this, and Team Harmony, they really want to get this dragon.
Yeah, Team Harmony really needs this dragon at this point for the Shyvana, but they
going to land! It is going to be the first one to go down! And yes, that's the jungle down for the side of TBD. The bailout, sorry, the hostile takeover. They're just going to be a little bit of insurance. There's, Puppykat flash forward, stops AllAero's back. Doesn't manage to dodge the chain, overthought himself. What can they get? Puppykat trying to get underneath the turret. It's going to be the Zach jumping in at the last second. Loona eating up those turret shots. He's going to fall. Puppykat going to be the recipient of that kill. And now it's the teleport from the Yone. And Team Harmony, have they bitten off more than they can chew? They might have. His LJ going to try and get out. The Yone ult's going to come out to try and knock down LJ, but he will have to snap back to the clone. One more auto would have done it, but they're not home free yet. Joosu running him down. This Lucian so deadly. LJ trying to pop the Moonlight Vigil, trying to find something. Snoop can only watch. This is ADC trying to run for his life. It's going to be the slingshot. It's going to land on top of him. Joosu's gonna pick that one up as well. Double kill, stretching strike, not gonna pull him out. And the Baron, sorry, the Dragon going to the way of TBD after a long, long team fight.
Just so greedy from Team Harmony. They had exactly what they wanted. They got the pickoff onto OveRate. They could just move to the Dragon. There's no real response. Sure, you give up top turret, but at that point, you're fine with that. You just shut down the strongest member on the side and got a bunch of gold. Granted, it went to the Nautilus, but you still were able to pick up this Dragon. But instead, you don't get the Dragon. You lose 4 people. But I guess you saved top turret?
Yeah, Puppykat with the absolute nerves of steel there to continue playing for the fight. Knew that she got caught, knew she needed to try to make the most of it. Prolong that team fight for so long, even after losing the bailout there. And now TBD, they flipped that script. They have 3 dragons. They've knocked down that mid lane turret. They have gold going into the pocket to the people it needs to. Yes, you know, exactly as you highlighted, if you're Team Harmony, you got exactly what you wanted. There was no reason to stay there, to continue trying to fight that. You had Dragon. That was it. There was no contest. There was no way that TBD was going to be able to fight you for that one. But instead, they just get a little bit greedy. Yes, it is off of the misposition of Puppykat that prompts that. Is speaking of misposition, Snoop, you don't belong there. They're going to have a little bit of help. LJ's going to get jumped down to the mid lane, and now it's going to be the full commit. It's a fight across multiple fronts. It's going to be the hostile takeover, and it's the Yone putting in the damage, putting in the work. It's going to be a shutdown on top of Snoop. Pharaoh still alive, and Joosu's here at the party, and it's a rumble in the jungle. And he's Loona. He can only watch. He's trying to do something, trying to knock down one. It's a double kill, and Baron going the way of TBD. Snoop just getting caught again. Team Harmony, they have not shown the focus. They are not living up to their namesake, and they get caught again.
Yeah, and here's the big thing about that, right? While that was all happening, no one was with LJ. No one is with your main source of damage, your late game skill, your hyper care. You're leaving him to the whims of a Diana and Lucian who will just obliterate him off the face of the earth. So it's very confusing on where they're deciding to put their pressure points and when they're deciding to go, because it feels so disjointed.
And now look at the gold lead having been swung completely. It was slightly in the favor of TBD. Now it is completely in their favor. And now the second richest man on the map after all of that is Joosu. About 9.2 thousand gold. Obviously OveRate again, still the richest man on the Rift right now. And whatever lead that they had with that set is now completely and utterly gone. And next Dragon is going to be spawning in another 2.5 minutes. TBD have completely bridged the gap that they needed to get past this mid-game struggle. They have got a lot of important items on their carries. It's 2 items on the Lucian now. It's 2, items on OveRate. He's had to burp there. You know, Pharaoh is really, really close to completing that next item. It could be a Kraken Slayer, I think, is what he might wants to build there. That new quiver. It's
shield
so shield blow. That's right. The other item that new quiver builds into. It's so difficult right now for Team Harmony after they've gotten rid of this, and now, I mean, you're looking on the side, I mean, you're waiting for Shyvana, maybe to try and scale, but they're on drag point, and contesting these neutral objectives just feels so impossible for them. They can't even get their way in now without their backline getting dove by OveRate. I mean, Zodiac, what's their way into these fights?
So, their way in was something that they needed to do a while ago. Was you have these pushing side lanes, you let them scale, and you just stick the Aphelios mid. You have Shyvana constantly stay in the area, and you have Nautilus sit on top of it. But because they constantly chose this aggressive fight, there is nowhere safe for Aphelios to fight. There is nowhere safe for, and now they can just kill Loona in side lanes.
Yeah, and that's they can group now too. That was the one thing that they wanted to try and prevent, was keeping this TBD squad from getting up as 5. So it's going to be the teleported nest there from the side of Pharaoh. They're just going to slow Siege because they don't have a lot of range here on the side of Team Harmony. So they're forced to get really, really close to check these waves. Baron's still going to be up for another minute and a half. That buff will begin to expire here shortly, but TBD going to try and make the most of it. Dragon is going to be ticking down to a minute here. And TBD are able to force this, because now if you're the side of Pharaoh, or sorry, side of the Harmony, you have to go fight for this, because you cannot let this TBD lineup that is already completely flipped the script get a 4th dragon, get a drag soul for free. And it just feels like if you don't get that and TBD gets it, the game is over.
No, yeah, because Lucian's gonna have Infernal Soul. He's completely outscaled.
OveRate. This is disgusting! He's gonna get an Exeis, is gonna fall. It's gonna be the ultimate committed there for the side of Yone. They knocked the support down. Maybe not the target they would have liked to have expended all that on, but honestly, the CD that they have, they shouldn't be too worried for where. Griffin jumping in the zone, no follow-up right now. Joosu gonna try and land the ultimate. AllAero gonna pop the stopwatch, going to stasis. How long is he gonna last? It's gonna be the ultimate committed from Snoop, but he's way, way too late. This is going to be the hostile takeover, hitting absolutely nothing, but why have to worry about the ability when you can just siege in the mid lane? Dragon's going to be theirs for the taking, and there is absolutely no way that Team Harmony can fight for this now. This is going to be free Drexel, a couple kills, and honestly, that might just spell the end of the game for Team Harmony in this.
That may just be the final nail in the coffin, because right now, at this point, Lucian is so far ahead of Aphelios in terms of the damage. Aphelios only not even having 2 items at this point, while Lucian is nearing 3. I'm pretty sure it's going to just be Infinity for him.
He's bargain bin shopping right now. He's got a dinky little bow. He's got a bigger bow that supplements that bow, and then he's got a dagger, and that's about it. That's no good when you got somebody with a literal harpoon cannon shooting those things at you. That's no good. That little bow ain't going to help you at all.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, at this point, LJ basically tickles the Zac. Like, let's just be honest, he tickles him. And Diana just mows through him like butter. So, I don't want to say the game's completely over, because throws can still happen and everything can be thrown. But it just seems so hard. It's going to have to be a arrow steal of Moonlight, sorry, not Moonlight, Moonfall. You know, on the Lucian and just deleting him off the, deleting him with a big Sett ult. It's gonna have to be some perfectly played wombo combo in a fight.
And the difficulty of that is, even if you do steal that, what damage do you have behind that? Because right now, your damage dealers don't have enough. Like, your Yone, Exeis, sitting there, you won't get punished for just standing in a line, my friend. Manages to live with a sliver of health. Just a pin cushion for all of those abilities being thrown into. He was a target dummy. OveRate. He doesn't know that he's there. And the point that I wanted to make before Nautilus got his helmeted head poked in was that even if AllAero does take away that Diana ulti, what do you have behind it? There's no damage in your kit that you built yet. You have a stopwatch and an Everfrost. That is not the damage that you want. Sett, he built Hullbreaker with the intention to split, and now he doesn't have the damage. It's going to be the teleport here from the Sett. Health bar's already low from the side of Snoop. Just a little bit late to the fight. They're not 5-man squad here for the side of TBD, but honestly right now they don't need it. They can continue to just leverage their damage and walk back over to this objective. Baron spawning in 30 seconds. Team Harmony, they will be able to run out on this one, but right now, I mean, they are just getting the back end of all of these trades.
Yeah, and here, the confusing thing about what Sett's going to build, I guess he's about to build like Sunfire Aegis or Iceborne. I'm not really sure, because he's trying to be now the big frontline team fighter in these 5v5s, but he has Hullbreaker, so a lot of his resistances that he would be getting from being alone aren't there anymore.
I think the Icebreakers probably makes the most sense if you want to try and slow down a lot of the auto attacks, because it is a Yone, it is a Lucian, it's Diana, but is it enough to slow them from completing the damage? I mean, the ability combos are just ridiculous. Side of TBD here. Now, they are split 3 here. Speed flash out from Exeis. It's going to land a hook on top of the Yone. That's not really the target you want, though. So you get a hostile takeover. Going to land on the 1. Just really on the Exeis so far. AllAero on the side. But it's a huge ulti. AllAero manages to get it. Steals Pharaoh's ultimate, and now they're going to trade. What else can they get, though? Joosu putting down the ultimate. This may be the team fight. This may be their way back into the game. Griffin going to drop. Joosu also going to drop. What else can he get? It's going to be 4 dying on the side of TBD. They had it, but they got caught. A massive ulti just when we thought AllAero was down. He comes up clutch. It's an ace for the team. Wow, that is a huge just change of fortune. I'm forgetting even the team, but that is Team Harmony. AllAero just coming up huge, and that's going to be the Baron. That is a massive gold swing back into their favor. They will get this. They are going to be a significant amount of gold down, but that's going to be the profit in their pockets, and they're going to be able to start sieging and at least deny it away from TBD.
Why get Moonfall when you can just get hostile takeover? It's like most of the carries on the side of Pharaoh is AllAero actually going to.
He's gonna live. He backed up there. Teleport.
Yami maybe he'll clean this up. They're all stuck in the pit. He knows they're
there. Oh, he's gonna get 2! He's gonna get 2! He's got enough damage! They have nowhere to get out. Exeis is gonna drop. They may be able to deny this from 2. They overstayed. That's still gonna be the 3 most important members. Having Baron outside of Loona, which you would have liked to have had him had. But there's going to be 2 quick kills. TBD, they turn that one right back around. A fantastic teleport there to manage to get knock those members down. But still, that does not negate the fact that team, the TH, they have this Baron.
Oh, yeah, you're good. Going back to that fight, though. Good
AllAero. Flanking. They see him. They see him now. He's going to blast going over the wall.
he is hunting for
Ooh,
the
flash by
Renata.
OveRate, he manages to get 2. LJ trying to get 3. It's going to be the hostile takeover. They're going to get 1. AllAero, he's going to be here to pick up some of these low health members. He's going to try and jump in. He's getting CC'd up for now, and he's going to try and take away the Diana ulti, but it means absolutely nothing. TBD, they may have had a risky, iffy kind of play in the top lane, but just quick as you please, they turn that right back around. They're going to siege on top of these final Nexus turrets. It's going to be Sett trying to take it up the back line. Low health bars right now. He's going to get 1. He's going to get 2. What else can he get? Bailout not going to be enough. It's going to be 3 kills. And yet again, Team Harmony buys time to refuse to go down. They're going to knock down another one. They go, it's going to fall. It's another 4 quick kills. Yes, they drop in mid lane inhibitor, but it's so much gold going back into the pockets of Loona. And never say die. Team Harmony refuse to go down without a fight.
Team Harmony, when their backs are against the wall, they absolutely come up clutch. A huge ult from Loona, dumping Griffin onto Joosu, and that slowed him enough to basically lock him down for the entire fight there. And it's been so crazy because I still want to talk about that top lane fight, because the big thing that Arrow is hunting for now is that Renata ult, because Yone has huge auto attack damage right now. So does Joosu. So if they are not careful, they will murder each other with a Renata ult taken by Arrow. So, and we have the Elder Drag coming up in under a minute, and
it's actually It's actually a lot sooner. It's actually a lot sooner than that. 10 seconds left before this Elder Dragon spawns. They will have all 5 members. Now, Pharaoh will be a little bit late to this play. So there's an opportunity for Team Harmony to try and take this. And he's got that hostile takeover again. That is the ult that he wants to keep taking. That gives them so much capability in this fight. And now that LJ has 3 items, he's got access to that Infinity, has access to the Whisper, is starting to build that Lord Dominic's up, has access to that item. Now they can start to really make their damage stick. And this is where the front line of this TBD squad is going to start to get shredded. So look for OveRate. He's trying to wrap around to the back of this pit. They may have spotted him on that small ward there in the back, but nobody willing to start this off. Nobody willing to do anything crazy before it gets out of hand. We're going to try and clear out the ward. Go ahead and start up the Elder. It has been Foxy, but most importantly, remember, TBD, they have an objective to play around because there are super minions pushing in that mid lane. They can always commit and try and go towards the base. Teleport available for the side of TBD on the Zac. They can't try and push this play. They don't have Baron. AllAero trying to get over OveRate. Hostile takeover. If they can lock down this jungle, it'll be huge. Manages to get the Moonlight. What else can they get, though, is LJ untouched in the backline, and it's going to be time for Puppykat. 2 quick kills. Joosu, double kill. It's going to be another kill back to the side of OveRate. And TBD, they may have just won the game off of that one. They don't even need the Elder. It's going to be a quadra kill for Joosu, and it's going to be the game end for the side of TBD. A split-second fight. That ultimate stolen by AllAero, only going onto the one member that they needed to lock down, but there was no follow-up. And then he ends up getting away, OveRate, landing that 3-man ulti, and then a follow-up from Puppykat with that hostile takeover, turning it back on him with the Luna reverse card. The TBD not going to be undone. They take the second game, and they win their second series of the season.